What's good? Today is Monday, July 13th. It is 5:18 p.m. Just got out the gym. I went to work earlier today. I know I did take a couple days off from recording. And it's crazy. I took pretty much 13 days off or 12 full days off from recording. And I'm sitting here and my camera's about to die. Absurd. It's like, dog, what I have been doing. But anywho, yeah, took off from recording. Kind of just wanted to chill and not record for a little bit. To be honest with you, I have fun recording. I do, but at the same time, there are just sometimes I just don't want to record. And after doing it for so long, I decided to take a couple of days off. But here I am. And today's topic is the benefits of being alone. I was going to talk about something else, but then this kind of came into my mind, and I kind of had a little conversation with the Lord about it earlier today. You know, I feel like in today's society, well, actually, I feel like in today's society, there's a growing population of people who are alone, but I still think that there are a lot of people out there who yearn to be with somebody, you know, whether that's having a girl or a companion of some sort, or maybe just a friend. And listen, I am a huge advocate. I've made videos on this. I have gave people advice regarding you need to be friendly, you need to make friends, you need to put yourself out there. So this is not a video to put down being friends and having friends and going to make friends and stuff like that. But it is to kind of look at the other side of the coin, as in it's okay to be alone. And there are many benefits to being alone. And I've been alone for a minute. And by alone, I mean no girl, and I guess you could say I'm not really actively seeking new friends. I'm cool with the friends I do have. And it's crazy because I've even noticed recently I've kind of isolated a little bit from the friends I do have. Not because I don't love them, not because I don't appreciate them, but it's just I kind of just wanted to do me and to do my own stuff. And that's one huge benefit, and I think it's probably the number one benefit. Actually, maybe not the number one benefit, but probably the number two benefit is just like I could do whatever I want, whenever I want. And in terms of the relationship, I've been in relationships where this is not a bad thing because this is kind of how I like it. But it's like, if I'm going out, especially if me and a girl, like, I guess you say not living together. Like, I never lived with a girl, but I've played house, as they say. And when that's the case, it's like, yo, shorty, I'm finna go out here. I'll tell her where I'm going. Or she's like, oh, hey, where you going? Out of respect, I tell her, okay, I'm going this. Because I know I want the same type of reaction. If she finna leave somewhere and I'm like, yo, where you finna head out to? I don't want to hear her say, hey, don't worry about it. I want her to be like, all right, I'm going this. That's just how I kind of like to run it. But sometimes I don't feel like answering those type of questions. And I notice being alone, I could do what I want whenever I want. And as selfish as this is going to sound, I don't really have to worry about how my actions affect other people to a certain extent, of course. But it's like, if I stay out until 3 a.m, I don't got to worry about somebody at home worrying about where I'm at or thinking that I'm out cheating or doing something that I'm not doing, Like, I could literally stay out till 3 a.m, come home, go to sleep, wake up, and don't have to answer to nobody. Don't got to explain my whereabouts when I wake up in the morning, If I want to walk around my house butt naked, I can. Well, I got a roommate now, so that part I can't really do. But I think you understand where I'm getting at in terms of I could really do whatever I want, whenever I want. I can use my money however I would like it, compared to when you're, in a relationship, it's a little bit different. You got to think of the other person you with. Even if you're hanging out with friends all the time, like, you can't be selfish. You got to also spread the love. So it's like, I want to go here, but homie wants to go there. All right, well, last time we did what I wanted to do, so I kind of got to be courteous and do what he want to do. Or even if within the same day, I don't want to go there, but because homie came with me here earlier this morning, it's only right for me to go with him there, even if I don't want to go. And obviously you could always say no, but that's kind of a part of being in a relationship or in a friendship. You gotta compromise and stuff like that. And being alone, I don't have to compromise. I could do what I want. So that's a huge benefit. And I said that's number two. So what's number one? I would say number one is peace. I've noticed all the relationships I've had with females and, even the friendships I have now, I'm most at peace when I'm alone. Cause I don't gotta worry about any type of arguments coming up. I don't gotta worry about any type of bait that's coming up. I don't gotta worry about how I might make someone feel if I say something. It's like, yo, when I'm alone, it's just me. And I can do, what I want. And I'm truly at peace. I could truly be myself at all times. If I want nothing but silence in the room, I can have nothing but silence in the room, you know? And I just noticed I'm just at peace. I'm at peace. And the times, and maybe it's because, now I ain't gonna don't get me wrong, I do have really good friends. So my friends don't bring chaos into my life. So even with them, I'm at peace. But, when you are alone, you can cultivate your day how you want it. You can cultivate your environment how you want it. And it's really nice, man, to live a life where I have no chaos, I have no beef, I have no screaming or arguing or yelling. I could just do me, So that would be the benefits of being alone. And crazy enough, I don't even remember if I made a video about this, and I probably did, but F it, this is gonna be part 2 of it. And it's probably gonna be the same thing I said before. I'm at the point now where I have so many damn videos, I don't even know what I'll be talking about sometimes. Or I don't remember which topics I've hit. But it's a huge benefit to being alone. And I think anyone out there who is yearning for a partner, who really wants a girl, or really, wants some type of friendship or relationship, yes, I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting that. And yeah, if you feel like that's the type of place you need to be, then I would say go out there and seek it. But don't disregard how powerful it is to be alone. Don't disregard the benefit you gain from being alone. Don't disregard the peace you gain from being alone. And when I was younger, I wanted a girl, I wanted a girl, I wanted a girl, I wanted to be popular. I wanted all this stuff so bad. And then when I got it, you start to realize what you lose from having it. And I'm not saying it's bad to have a girl, but you're going to deal with some BS. You know what I mean? You're going to deal with some bull. And you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to learn to work through it. And obviously you gain different skills from learning to work through it. But there were certain problems I had when I had a girl that I didn't have when I was alone. And crazy enough, there were times where I would sit and think, damn, I wanted a girl so bad. And now I'm stressed over this female. But crazy enough, yeah, when I was alone, I wanted a girl. And I might have been a little lonely at times, but I wasn't stressed. I wasn't beefing, wasn't arguing, wasn't worried. It was just me. All I had to worry about was me, And, I look down, look at my hands, I'm like, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Don't be afraid to be alone. It's cool to be alone. There's benefits to be alone. There's nothing wrong with wanting a shorty, and there's nothing wrong with wanting a bunch of friends and being popular, but understand a lot of that stuff is vanity. And the thing that should top that over everything should be your peace. And if you're going to be with somebody who's constantly bringing chaos, you're going to go insane. At least I know I went insane. To a certain extent. Insane is a very dramatic way, dramatized. But when it was bad, dog. It's the same. Well, when it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, it's bad. Well, of course. But, being in it, you kind of understand it. And don't get me wrong, anybody who watches this, you probably understand what it is. But when it's bad, it's bad. And when it's bad, at least for me personally, I think, damn, I ain't had this problem when I was single. Or let's say if it was with a group of friends and there was stuff going on, I'd be like, damn, I didn't have this problem when I was alone. You know, didn't have this problem when I was sitting at home playing Madden by myself, or sitting at home watching The Office by myself. But now I'm in it. You know, and now you have to deal with it. You got to figure it out. You know, so that's gonna be my little spiel for the day. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate you guys taking the time out your day to hear me talk. You know, my apologies if this is a repeat video, but F it, I'm gonna post it. Brody, I love you. Keep your head up. Keep on pushing. Don't ever stop, man. And appreciate this time you have being alone, because I ain't always gonna be like this. You know, there's a good chance that one day your life, regardless, one day your life is gonna change no matter what. And who's to say what that change might be? It might be a wife and kids, who knows? Or the Lord might put you in a position where you're surrounded by people, where you're surrounded by a lot of people, you know, a lot of the time, who knows? So appreciate this time you had now. I'll catch you later. Peace.